Time for another video, and on this video we have got a cow walking on her tippy toes. And if you look at this heel, it's no wonder why. Look at how deep this heel is. Both heels actually. This medial claw, however, has got a problem in it right here, and that's what's causing this heel to be so deep. We need to get to work on this and fix it up. Now, if you're looking at that other claw and thinking to yourself, that one doesn't look very normal either, how can you be so sure the problem is right here? Well, typically, the majority of foot problems on the front feet are going to happen on this medial claw, this inside claw. That lateral claw, it can have problems, but it's much more rare. The other thing I'm looking for is an obvious defect in the white line, which we have right here. So that's going to point me there. Now, if for some reason this didn't materialize, then I would go take a look at that lateral claw. But right now, I think it's pretty obvious where this problem is. So why exactly are these heels so deep? Is that what caused this particular problem? And years ago, that's what the theory was. Deep heels meant a lot of pressure on the heel, and that's why these problems were happening. And there was evidence to support that because every cow that we would see with a problem would tend to have deep heels. But what we're actually looking at is a symptom of the problem. Those deep heels were a result of the problem being there as that cow started to walk and try to take the weight off of that heel area, put more pressure toward the toe. Those heels would naturally become thicker because there was less wear there. So that's why we have the thicker heel. Now, she does have a bit of a crack on this lateral claw that I'm going to remove just so we don't get debris and rocks and stuff stuck in that. Now that I've got that area rinsed out, it becomes pretty obvious what the source of her discomfort is, and the steps I need to take next to resolve this. So I picked up a whole bunch of new viewers lately, and they're probably wondering, what is this, and what causes this to happen in the first place? So what this is what's known as a white line defect. What does that mean? It simply means a crack in that junction between that outside wall and the sole of the foot. There's a junction there known as the white line. If there's a defect in that, what that basically means is bacteria is able to enter that, and that can then cause a problem, not allow that corium, the tissue underneath that produces this hard outer layer, from doing what it's supposed to. Now, what causes these? Imbalances, slips, anything that can cause a perforation in that white line. Once that happens, that bacteria can get in there, and then we have issues. What we also have here is it complicated by some digital dermatitis. That is caused by a bacteria. That bacteria will also keep that area open, not allow it to heal. So we need to resolve both of these issues to get this foot to heal, and that means we need to trim away any of this loose horn that's resulted from this. We got to get it away so it doesn't abrade that area. We want a nice, clear area there. Number one, so we don't have abrasion, but two, so we can effectively treat this to get it to heal. If you are a new viewer, likely your questions don't stop there, and I will put a playlist at the end of this video that answers a ton of those common questions, like what happens if there's a problem on both claws, or does this process hurt the cow? Things like that, you'll be able to find in that playlist. I'll link that, like I said, right at the end of this video. I'll put it in the description as well so you can find that. Answer a lot of those questions. Like I said, what we need to do here, you just got to keep working, carefully removing any of this loose stuff from around that, and then we're going to get it disinfected, and we're going to give it a treatment to take care of that digital dermatitis. The next step is we're going to get a rubber block glued to the other claw. And that's going to take the weight off of this claw and give it time to rest. What I failed to mention earlier is she's also got really deep heels on that left front foot. So we're going to have to deal with that as soon as we finish treating this one. Now that we've got this area cleaned really well, all the debris removed, all the loose horn removed, there's only one thing left to do, and that's apply a salicylic acid wrap to take care of that digital dermatitis. But first, a little close up so you can see exactly what this looks like. That wrap is going to take care of that dermatitis. That corium will begin producing new horn, and in about a month, that sole will regain its 1/4 inch thickness that it needs to bear weight, and then that block can come off. Let's get this foot wrapped up and move on to that left front. As I mentioned earlier, the left front foot had really deep heels as well. When she came into the trailer, I didn't notice a lot of discomfort from her when she was walking on that foot, so I was kind of surprised when I found this. But the more I worked, the more I understood why I wasn't seeing anything. It's because this has basically resolved on its own. Of course, there's some loose horn here that I need to remove. I've got to get this sole back to its normal thickness, and that particular area is still not really thick. That sole area, I should say, right in that area. So I am going to apply a block just as a precautionary measure. Make sure we get some weight off of that for a while, let it finish resolving on the inside, and she'll be ready to go. Once we get this block applied, we'll let her out and see how she walks with blocks on both her front feet. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you all on the next one.